You're live.
Are we live? Are we live? We are live. Man, Little Mountain Life. Hey, how are you?
On there early tonight.
You beat us. Well, let's see if there's some other people getting in here right quick. I don't want to be the main focus. Why don't you be the main focus? I'm just like a supplemental focus.
I don't think so.
We're trying to wrap up everything. Hey, should I turn that light off? Kind of right behind your head. Let me turn this light off.
I hope y'all have had good weeks. It's been a pretty good week here. We've not had very much rain, which we kind of need. And but praying for Florida and what they're going through with the hurricane over there.
All right, light. That does look better, doesn't it? That helps.
True.
Well, hello. Supplemental focus. That's all right. See, I'll be honest with you. We had tons of rain, and
then
it's like
it just
nothing.
stopped.
So now, like, it's probably been a week and a half, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Week and a half. It is just like.
And then not supposed to rain anymore next week either.
That's right. And it's amazing how we're not getting anything off this storm. I guess because it kind of pushed up the coast, but I kind of wish we got some supplemental rain, but we didn't. So
supplemental is going to be our word of choice tonight.
Supplemental. Why supplemental our word of choice?
Because you keep using supplemental.
Supplemental. Well, I saw supplemental that Little Mountain Life used.
No, you said supplemental focus, and then I think he repeated what you said.
I don't even know what supplemental focus even means. Did I say that?
He talks about me making up words. He makes
at least mine was made up. So I'm sorry.
Hey to having the homestead.
I don't even know what supplemental focus even means.
We're gonna pretend like we didn't hear any.
All right, start over. We're starting our live over. Cut it, edit.
Don't let him like that.
Oh gosh, yeah. All right, so how's everybody doing tonight? Wake up, you ain't joking. First thing we'll talk about is some epic fails. Epic fails.
Y'all seen our video? Y'all know we did not have good luck with the hornworms that decided to take over.
Yeah, I mean
the tomatoes, like literally take over.
I know. I saw I saw them live a while ago. I love watching their stuff, but I did not get on their live a while ago. Hornworms.
They come from nowhere.
I've read literally that marigold helps, take them away from your tomato plants, and of course we're organic. That's exactly right. But we had dill and marigold around the same area in the raised beds, and I don't think it helped any. I mean, unless we need to plant like a whole plantation full right there next to it.
Well, there were some, but not in those beds. They weren't actually the marigolds were not. I
just read about that, so I'm hoping. I don't know.
They just come from there. Like we had 30. It seemed like overnight.
I mean, progression area tomatoes did not work. I mean, this year they were working great.
Amazing.
I mean, they were doing so awesome, but they faltered.
The hornworms literally took over. They come out of nowhere.
They did. So that was a terrible fail this week.
We've ripped almost all the tomatoes up except for
just a few, three raised beds.
3 raised beds.
And they're not the best shape. They're just getting by.
They're in terrible shape, but I did pick about 10 tomatoes off of them today.
Yeah.
Well, it was about 8.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, again.
So we're gonna let them turn and then just pick.
For the amount of the plants that we planted, we still got a lot of tomatoes, but they were cut way too short because of the hornworms. They probably
had a few more months life left in them until the hornworms literally destroyed all the leaves, lots of the stems.
So now we won't actually have tomatoes back until we'll start some in the greenhouse. Probably have a few in the greenhouse like we did last year. So
through the fall and winter.
So that was a terrible fail. Another thing that's been kind of crazy is because of our rain. Hey, Darlene, because of our rain situation, everything like the corn and cucumbers were looking great, outstanding, and pumpkins too. Pumpkins still look good, but the cucumbers, just because we had a 100-degree day this last week, and we have 2 coming up this next week. So that kind of heat, I don't know if our cucumbers are going to make it. We've got a few cucumbers off there.
It's been really hot and really dry,
right?
For sure.
It's been, I don't know. It's been our start to fall gardening has struggled a little bit. So I'm hoping that it kind of rolls back and gets a little bit better over the next
Hey,
few weeks
BW.
as we get there. So, what's up, BW? How are you? Um, I talked to Ben a long time about some of the hive things. I always like bouncing ideas off him. So I watched this video the other day. I enjoyed your bee video the other day, BW. But yeah, so that was epic fail. I'm hoping that as it gets a little cooler, we did silage tarp one more part of the garden that we thought we were not going to do, but we went on and extended the silage tarp to go a little bit further. So instead of putting a cover crop in one area,
You peeked
yeah,
under
it looks on the first part. It looks really
it's
good.
like everything under there is very dead.
Yeah, it looks
really
good. So I think as it gets here, we won't plant anything in the fall garden spot till probably late September, early October, which is our turnips and mustard greens and stuff like that. So it's looking good though. I'm real pleased with that.
Everything under there looks. I mean, it's all brown and dead.
Yep, it is. So we're
And
gonna
it's
plant.
really, really hot under there too.
It is very hot. The only thing that we're going to do
I'm gonna
this
check
next
the
week.
temperature under there. I have not thought to do that.
Well, I think it's got to be 120 to kill the seed heads and 140 to kill.
Yeah,
the
but I
seed
really
heads.
should get a thermometer and actually check the temperature.
I don't know. It gets gotten warm, but I watched Hoss Tools video today about their tarping and they were planting fall corn, and it looked a lot like theirs, so it made me feel kind of good. Yeah. So, anyways, it's going good. Hey, Vicky, we've got so anyways we expanded the silage tarp to cover up a little bit more than it needed to, just so we can expand, maybe growing a little bit more for fall, just because the start of it hadn't.
We
been
still
the best
have
in
to
the world.
do something around the grass that's on the outskirts.
Hey, Miss Montana Life.
But we'll do that.
Yeah.
But underneath still looks really good.
I got something for the grass on the outside. Do you see my new tool I bought outside?
Yes, I did.
I've got a flamethrower. A flamethrower. The flamethrower is going to be the grass weed killer around the silage tarp area.
Do you think that's going to kill all the seeds and stuff?
It does.
It's going to, hopefully we'll heat it up enough to.
Hey, everybody. I'm trying to catch everybody. Hey, Lisa Free Spirit. Hey, Need Nature
Crystal
Now.
Creek. Everybody kind of got on at the same time.
Hey, reap what you sow.
Uh-oh. We had one run into the wall.
Our son just ran right into the wall. So, you good? But anyway, so we're trying to we've got this cool I love fire too, so it gives me an excuse to play with a flamethrower. So it is huge. It's like 5 foot long, so it's gonna be awesome. But we were trying to figure out, like Missy said, we were trying to figure out.
Stay inside when he's out there.
Yeah, I'll have to do filming by myself. So
but
anyways, I'll go around.
Run.
I'll go around it, but and try to get all that done. But the silage tarp's doing really good. But where the corn is we're gonna plant some cover crop there after it plays out. It's probably got another 20 days left. I learned something from Hoss Tools today. Even though our corn, I might even plant some more, and just for the deer, and if it makes great. He said that if it gets hot enough, that a germination rate instead of being 80 days could even be 60 days. I thought that was cool. I didn't know that. So the heat can speed it up. So shout out to Hoss Tools. I really enjoyed that show. I watched his video today about his corn. So I thought that was awesome. So hey, Amy Wall. Hey, Bro Farms. We did the flame weeding. It works great. Yeah, see, for us, again,
I think we're most excited about that because that's something that we have not done.
Well, even doing all the organic things that we can do. Hey, Overlook Valley. It seems like we could not figure out how to just keep the weeds out. So the silage tarps is a new thing, and so is the
we had major weeds this year too.
No, correction. We had a lot of weeds, but you know what we had a lot of? It's grass. I mean, it's just like true grass.
To me, it's the same thing.
Well, a weed is something that's not growing where it's supposed to, but we had a lot of bahia grass, and I think what it was I tilled up some of our pastures in late spring last fall, and then I used it to do the spring. So I'm thinking it caused some seeds to grow. So that was probably my fault. Yeah. So, anyways, but that's not been that hasn't worked too well for us. So that's part of our fun week we've had. But it's getting better because, like I said, this week we've already got a load of our topsoil in. We're going to top our raised beds off. And that way we'll be ready. We're going to try to plant. Hey, is anybody in zone 7 or 8 plant fall potatoes? Do any of y'all plant fall potatoes? I'd like to hear.
We had a good bit of rain too this summer.
Montana
But
Life.
we've had
I
it
wish we
recently.
were.
We've had a lot of heat.
We're not getting any rain from any storm right now. It is dry.
We had no rain last week and no rain this week.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get some rain because our pumpkins need it. Our pumpkins sit on a hill, and we need some rain on them especially. Our corn, it's a grass, so it can manage. Our cucumbers, though, might look kind of rough too. Yes, BW. We had some. We saved some of ours, so we have some. But then I ordered some organic potato seeds or tubers off of. Actually, I found them on Amazon. I can't remember what the source was, but I found a Gosh, what was it? I'm trying to think what brand.
I don't know.
I can't remember what brand I got, VW, but I actually got some. I got some fall potatoes off of them. I already had we probably had about 30 tubers in there. I think that was ours.
Yeah.
So we had about 30 tubers already, and then I just ordered another set because we've never grown fall potatoes.
I'm most excited about my garlic that started sprouting in the refrigerator.
Yeah, definitely.
That's going in the ground.
VW, that's what I heard. I heard that fall potatoes do better in zone 8. And I heard that I was listening again, quoting Hoss Tools, that they said a lot of sweet corn, if you grow sweet corn, it tends to do better in the heat than doing better in the spring when it's a little cooler in the ground. So, I thought that was pretty cool too. So we may start maneuvering some more fall gardening than spring because I actually like fall gardening a little bit better.
Harley, y'all stop.
They're playing with the camera. Yeah, I love sweet corn too. Hey, she's gone country farms.
Eliza.
Hey, Oregon Homestead. Well, see, here we don't have our freezing temp. Really doesn't happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. We could have a freezing temp come in October, but it's highly unlikely.
Not.
Usually
late November.
Yeah, late November, and even then,
I can remember since we've been in this house for 5 years, and I can remember one November that it got so cold that our fountain froze.
Right.
But I think other than that,
it's never really got cold. I mean, it's kind of cold, but it won't stay for a long time. But that's what I'm thinking. If the potatoes make it at least a little bit, I think we can get a potato harvest in. The only thing I'm worried about,
probably our family's as a whole favorite thing is potatoes.
And see, I think that's what we need to grow more of. I love fall gardening. I love everything green. I love all leafy vegetables. But our kids are not too fond of that. So I do think that we're going to try to grow a lot more potatoes than we even did for spring. So the kiddos, they're a little crazy right now. So it's been freezing here a bit now. That's crazy, Mount Life, Montana. That is nuts. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that.
I'm sure it does.
Well, he's in Montana too. So
I'm thinking about.
We love cold weather. I love cold weather. I can't wait to be milking when it's freezing cold and I'm putting on like 5 layers of clothes. But my coldness is nothing like Montana coldness either. So,
Colby likes the cold more than I do. I would rather sweat.
I love the cold. I'd actually rather go pick lettuce in 30-degree weather and milk in 20-degree weather than pick peas in 100-degree weather. So
I'll pick the 100.
Yeah. So we're gonna try the potatoes. We don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, we've had so many epic fails this week. I really don't know if we want any more right now. So, but we're thinking about going and start those. But we got to figure out one thing is when our rain's gonna happen. We've kind of been dropping for a little bit. So.
We definitely need some rain.
Yep. So other than that, the other conversation was rotational grazing and cattle. We if y'all watched some of our last videos, we've been focusing on our other farm, trying to get our bigger cattle having more room to grow. What?
Those hornworms were crazy.
Man.
We had a bucket full, and I don't like them. So I know I watched VW and commented on y'all's about when y'all were getting the hornworms. I was like, it's like we were in the footsteps right behind y'all. It was amazing because I only found a few this whole summer. Up until like that day, Colby called me and said, you should see the hornworms out here.
We've never had like that. We've had like one or two.
Random. One or two random. And when I saw signs, I would
Goss Mania.
I immediately went and got them off and gave them to the chickens. But he called me, and I went out, and it was like overnight, and they were everywhere. We probably got what, a total? I would say about 30,
it was
20
30,
or 30.
30 to 40. I mean, really,
it was a lot.
Hey, little feet.
And we just dumped them in the chicken coop, and our chickens just went to town on them. But
what's so funny?
They did some major damage.
What's so crazy though, and don't get me wrong, I'd rather have the tomatoes, but our egg production went up by like 5 eggs or 6 eggs the last 2 days. And I don't know if it was the hornworms or what, but they actually went up. Did you notice that today? Yesterday and today we had a higher egg production.
We're averaging about a dozen a day.
Good night, Reed. What'd you say? So yeah, it's one of those things that don't get me wrong. We were blessed to have more eggs, but we'd rather have the tomatoes keep going through the season. So yeah, they were well fed for sure. So anyways,
big fat ones too, big fat hornworms.
So anyways, if you saw one of our last videos, we were doing some more paddock fencing in. He is being upset tonight, isn't he? We were doing some more paddock fencing in our bigger farm, where our bigger cattle, where we call our bigger cattle. That's where Ferdinand, Ginger, Holly, and then a lot of my father's cows are. So we're trying to grow that herd, and part of that herd, all that herd is bred. So we're trying to grow that herd and try to have a cleaner herd out there, and try to do all organic grass-fed beef up there. So it's worked out really good. We had 3 main paddocks of about 15 acres up there on one side, and then we took another area that we did some permanent fencing and then paddock fencing there. So we had 2 more paddocks up there. It allows us to probably put another 5 to 10 head on it. So that means we need to purchase a lot of cattle. It just allows us to grow, and really what it does though is, as grass is stopping in one area, it's really strong in that area because it's on the little bottom side of a hill. So what I'm
excited about though is we're going to be having babies coming up
spring.
Next year we should have.
We'll drop 1 calf. We're supposed to drop a calf in November here for Allie.
We should have a total of 5.
Yeah, but next year we should have 5 calves in spring. So it's going to be fun.
The first one will be coming at the end of this year.
Yeah, Allie.
Allie will be calving the end of this year. So I think I'm most excited about that. Now Allie we were so funny. We were talking about her yesterday or the day before, because I love to go out and pet Elsa. I don't get to very much, but I love to go out and just pet her. She'll stay there and just let you pet on her and rub on her. But then Allie is so temperamental. She tries to get you with her horns. I mean, she'll come up to you. It's not that she's scared of you, but she don't want you messing with her.
She's just moody.
But I think I'm so excited about the babies.
I really dread trying to milk her. I've been doing a lot of stanchion training with her, but I'm just telling you, I think she's going to raise my blood pressure.
Allie,
oh my gosh.
She's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to do it alone. I think it's going to take me and Aiden out there.
DW, I feel the pain. We actually, we have, of course, a livestock barn here in town, but there's 2 guys that's local that has.
Thanks, walking on grass. Hope everything goes well with your appointment.
Has some cattle auctions on this local, and I'm always bidding on cattle. My wife's always giving me a mean eye and rolling her eyes like that. Because I'm always bidding on cattle to see if I can get a good deal on some cattle. So I feel your pain. But I do. I love them. So I could sit there and just keep buying and watch them. Today I went out there. I moved cows and I just watched them and just enjoyed the night. So
yeah, I love cows too. Especially like Elsa is just. She's our baby. She's our favorite.
Well, she's also the biggest asset of the farm too.
She is, but she's so gentle and sweet. Like she's just so sweet. Like when I think of cows, I think about Allie. Like she comes up to you, she wants to eat, she wants something, but she don't want you to mess with her. She wants to go on about her business. But Elsa just loves to be with us.
So we're still having fall cows right now, VW. Cool, that's awesome. We have one coming in November. That's the last for us. And really, we had one come. The white one that y'all saw in the video came. She's finally eating grass, so she's doing really, really good. But I'm hoping by the year end we have the calf, and then hopefully have the pigs. We'll be by the year end on pigs or January. It should be December, November, December, huh?
They were born in the end of January, 1st of February, and I think she got pregnant at 5 and a half
July.
months.
So we may pounds. Our piglets by November, December too. And
I would be willing to say more of December, maybe into December.
Okay. Well,
1st of January.
I'm excited about that too, just because we've never had piglets on the farm. So of course we love our
cabin
pigs.
in the woods said I love our pigs.
Oh yeah.
They're getting so big too.
They are.
I can remember chasing them around when they were tiny. And now, I went out and filled up their water this afternoon. I was like, gosh, y'all are fat.
When we first got them, they went through 4x4 post cattle panels, and they went through 4x4 bottoms. That's how we lost them that first day.
We chased them for 2 days.
Now they couldn't fit through barbed wire. I don't think they can fit through a regular panel fence.
They're fat.
They are fat. We have sweet corn growing.
That's awesome.
Oh, I know. Absolutely.
So is your church doing a community garden? If so, that's pretty cool. We have a community garden in our town, but not in our church, but that's pretty cool.
That is cool, Christmas piglets. I'm thinking ours are going to be close to Christmas piglets too. So
that's how I knew. That's what I guessed at. I did not see them breeding, but I told Colby I noticed a change in her.
Yeah.
Around that 5.5 months, I had went out and she was pretty swollen and I could really tell she looked different. So
standing with Nana Benda, ducks. I think you enjoy ducks. Ducks are messy. Even more compared to chickens. Chickens are nasty. That's probably the nastiest thing on our farm is chickens. But I think ducks are even worse than that. But I tell you something else to be good to look into is Royal Palm turkeys. They're white. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they're cleaner.
I think I like ducks though. I
do too.
We don't have any.
Well, we had some, but
they got killed. That was years ago though. But hey, if you already have chickens, I would get them.
Ducks are a love-hate relationship. There's some people that love them and they love them, but then there's some people that can't stand them. I've heard that the
geese are the worst. I don't know why it would be any different than a duck.
I don't know.
But I've heard that geese are.
Our next thing is going to be probably Royal Palm turkeys too. So we're going to grab some. They'll go in with the pigs, and I love Royal Palm turkeys. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So.
Well, I would definitely be more willing to get them sooner than later, but I don't want to just feed them to be your pets.
Well, they won't be pets. They'll be ate.
Well, you have to do the work. And
I know. She's not going to help. We're talking about going in and getting meat chickens. I've got all my wood.
He's talking about getting meat
I've got all my wood to go ahead and build the chicken tractor and, of course, the little chickshaw for the permaculture chickens. But my wife is not going to.
I'm not
with the chickens.
Killing chickens. Sorry.
So I guess Aiden's going to be my only helper out there. So we're really debating on how many meat chickens we want to get with the Royal Palm. So we're going to order them all at the same time. So Missy's going to have to help.
I'll help feed them.
No, you at least help be part of it, huh?
I don't think so. If I kill them, I'm not eating them. I mean, it's just a mental thing. I don't know. But I guess if worse come to worse, I could, but I'm not interested in killing chickens. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw that, and he does have ducks, and I like ducks. I don't know what kind of ducks that Art and Bree have, but they're like little tan ducks, and they tend to just not fly. They tend to just hang out. They tend to be a little bit cleaner than
I would get the ducks for duck eggs.
Yeah, we would get for duck eggs, and then I've heard duck and geese do better in a garden than turkey and chicken
because they don't scratch.
Because they don't do as much scratching and as much eating of vegetation. They do better on vegetation. Yeah.
Yes.
Now geese eat vegetables. I mean, they're vegetated ground. They don't like eating any kind of feed. But I heard ducks are really better in the garden than even chickens. So. 30 pounds last year. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
How many our cabin in the woods, how many turkeys did you get? That was 30-pound turkeys? Indian runner ducks.
Geese
okay.
are.
Thank you, Kim Winkler.
Geese are I guess you could say territorial.
Yeah.
Is that that's why they're. A lot of people will say if you want to get them to like protect your chickens or anything like that,
well, a goose is almost like what a donkey is for a cattle field. I mean, they're going to take care of your chickens and watch them. So that's crazy. That is crazy. I have a buddy. Well, actually, y'all see it. Mike Pratt. He's got a big bronze-breasted.
He's always weighing a bunch of them.
He's got a bronze-breasted turkey that he would like to probably kill off, but it's not gonna fit in any kind of kill cone that you've got. He's huge. The brown one,
They're
he's got.
beautiful. All of his turkeys are beautiful.
He has a lot of the Royal Palms, but he's got one big bronze-breasted one, and he is monster. So I don't know. So, okay, VW. Well, see, prep stayed in Banana Benda. That is an awesome point. We're trying to figure out. We talked about what kind of meat chickens we wanted, and we have some Jersey Giants, which are a layer chicken, but they're actually a bigger chicken. And a lot of times people say they're for dual purpose of a meat chicken and also for layers. We like that because we want to have a sustainable set of chickens. So the sustainable set of chickens will allow us to be able to raise our eggs, raise our chickens, kill those chickens off, and utilize them. The only thing we hate about buying just regular broilers or regular, and we talked about this in New Live, but since she brought it up, I think that's awesome because, when you talk about typical meat chickens that you just buy, they don't reproduce. They have one purpose. So I think I'm gonna look into the cinnamon queens. Somebody else said something about the cinnamon queens when I told them about the Jersey Giants we had. So I'm kind of anxious to see about that.
Oh, reading that comment, that would be me. Oh.
Yes, my wife would be. No, my wife wouldn't even come over there. She would just say, "You do it and bring them to me." So
made a squeaky noise, threw it down, and ran. I would probably be the same way.
It's not gonna bother me. I just don't want to do it all by myself. I'm just trying to find a sucker to help me around here. So
well, I mean, really, if we found somebody locally that would actually come out and help us, kill them or help you, not us.
Not us.
Kill them and gut them and get them cleaned up and everything. We would, of course, give them meat in return.
It's hard to find anybody around here though that wants to. Most people think we're already crazy anyway. Since
but seriously, I mean, we would. It's just a lot of times with it, we brought it up in conversation, and that's about as far as it goes. Is we're looking for somebody, and they're like, "Oh, good luck with that."
I have a few buddies that do that do farm in some way, and every time we bring it up, it just kind of just never gets talked about.
Never gets very far, and we don't want to ask somebody, "Hey, you want to come help us?" Because then we feel like they'll feel obligated.
I know she's on country farms. When we were in Michigan, there was a bunch of our friends up there, homesteaders, that said they're next to Amish villages, and they just simply take them over there, and they get a great deal on the butchering and processing, and they do it with their cows, their pigs, and their chickens. We have no Amish villages around here. I wish we did, but that is awesome to butcher for $1 a piece. That is unbelievable. Thanks, San, for coming by, our SAN. But I wish we had Amish village close. We don't have one anywhere close to us in South Mississippi.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Hey, United We Stand.
How far away from us are y'all?
What are you talking about?
Bow Farms. Road
Farms. They got to be in Louisiana for sure.
Yeah, we've talked to them before.
Yeah.
They were on our live last week, but I was wondering exactly how far away.
Our Kevin the Woods, I did 30. See, that's the kind of number. If I'm gonna have to do it myself, I said I'm gonna get 25 and try them, just because 25 is an easy number compared to like 100.
Like I'm thinking all day
takes Life,
30.
Montana.
Like that's to do 30 takes all day. Like that's crazy.
I was thinking if I could get a decent setup, because I'm thinking doing deer and things like that. I think I could probably knock out a chicken within 10 to 15 minutes. Actually, doing the gutting and processing, but then the plucking and all that, adding all those things to it, I think that would, like you said, I think it'd be all day.
Very time consuming.
Oh, you're 30
Hello,
miles
United
south.
We Stand. Thank you for joining us.
30 miles south of New Orleans. Okay, yeah, we're
not
about
too bad.
2 hours north of New Orleans. So, yeah, do 20 the first time. Yeah, that's what we were thinking of, doing something like that. Oh yeah, if you live in HOA, you may be limited to 6 chickens. Hey, at least you can have chickens. We were talking to a single dad, or not single dad. What was Homestead Dad from Michigan. In their old house before they sold it, the one they were selling, they had chickens and they were not supposed to. So he was kind of like doing like hidden chickens in their HOA. So at least you were able to have some chickens there in your HOA.
Yeah. Do 20 the first time.
I did little feet. Someone did say if you're gonna do it, just go ahead. I do. Let me go back and say this. I said I was gonna buy a plucker, but Alderman Farms, which is another local homesteader in our area, does have a plucker, and he did say I could use it. So I might, and instead of investing in one now, just go and borrow his for the first time.
Yeah, said make sure you have one.
And actually, in return, give him some chicken of ours. So I did hear that is well worth its money. So I think we are going to get a plucker, but I think we're going to try his first, see how we like it, and then we can go from there. He has one of the ones that a bigger one actually, is an industrial size. So I think he can even do a turkey too. He said what he said. So
that would be good.
Yeah. So that's
Little
I think
Feet said Little Feet Farm Homestead said use it.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Because it's a lot when you start investing in certain things. It's like cattle. Cattle cost you a lot of money to get into. Bees cost you a lot of money to get into. But if I can ease into this and use some of his stuff and pay him with chicken, I think that'd be really good. Don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they said.
I bet.
I can't remember who I watched the other day, and they were saying the same thing. Said if you don't have a plucker and you're doing it by hand,
you're in trouble. I can imagine.
It just doubles it. So, but anyways, so we're looking into that and figuring out what we're going to do.
He better find him another helping hand instead of him.
He said, "Do it by hand the first time, then you'll really appreciate
it." Yeah.
The one we looked at, well, there were some from 100 that went on a drill, from $50 to $100 for those kind, and $200 or $300, $400 for a drop-in plucker. So, when you talk about a scalder, a plucker, it can get kind of expensive. So, yeah. So Misty don't know that she's gonna help. She just hadn't came around to it yet.
He just don't know. There's a lot that I can do, and coming from a nurse background, there's a lot I can do, but cutting head off of a chicken ain't one of them. So I'm a nurturer back to life, not a killer. By drop-in.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I had a buddy that had the from Tennessee, actually from East Tennessee. He had the kind that went on the drill, and he said, "Don't get me wrong, it worked better than hand plucking." But he said it still wasn't like as easy as he thought because of all those little knobs. Only you're turning the chicken more than you're turning the drill. So, hey Noah's Ark, how are you? So, anyways, I think that's what we're going to do it by drop in. But like I said, we're going to borrow this one the first time we do it. So,
and hopefully we won't tear it up.
Well, hopefully, yeah, that's right. Hopefully, we won't tear it up. It's not. It'll be ours. So. But other than that, what do you think?
30 seconds and it's done.
I know. That's what. Well, someone said you buy a good scalder or either use. We have a turkey fryer, basically a crawfish pot is what we call them. But we do have that, so at least that we won't have to buy anything like that. But we heard if you got that right and you got your plucker right,
you can use your flamethrower and cook it.
Oh man,
after.
I probably could because that gives me a reason to use it. So.
Hey, Miss Paula Joe.
Hey, Paula Joe, how are you? So that's what we're going to use, just because we're so used to having crawfish bowls and turkey fries down here in the South. So we at least have that. So we'll figure that out. So
you are awesome. Thanks for jumping in.
Crawfish pot. That's what we do in the South: crawfish pot, and now chicken scalder. If a lot of people knew I use it for a chicken scalder, they may not want to crawfish out of it.
That would be very time consuming. I couldn't imagine. Like, it makes me having a new appreciation for you. I've talked to some older ladies before, and they would be telling us about how they just go out there and get that chicken and wring its neck, and I'm just sitting there like,
oh my gosh, I think that's awesome, Paula Joe. But there's two vegetables that I just cannot get a taste for, and it's beets.
Your daddy likes beets.
Oh yeah, my dad loves beets, but I hate beets and I don't like celery. That's just two things I cannot get a taste for. So I'm glad you pickled
celery
beets.
cooked, like if it's cooked down a lot, like in a stew or something like that.
Ooh, I just can't. I can't do it.
It can't be crunchy.
That's just two things I can't eat. So.
Ooh.
Oh wow, yeah.
I can imagine.
I just because it'd be just me doing it and they'd helping me a little bit. I'm hoping with the Alderman Farms plucker, if we can use it. I'm thinking a half a day I could get done with maybe 20 for sure. You can't do lima beans.
We
oh my
love
gosh.
lima beans.
We do. We like butter beans, lima beans, any kind of beans. Now, I'll be honest with you, Aiden does. Aiden likes them, but our girls struggle. What's so funny is our girls can eat leafy greens, lettuce, salad, and broccoli, but can't do peas and beans.
No, we just have just one. She will not eat a pea or a bean.
She won't eat a peanut. Yeah, she won't eat anything like that. But they love broccoli.
Not picky.
No, Sayla eat anything.
And Harley.
But Aiden looks like a gerbil when he eats broccoli, but he at least will eat the peas and beans. So. But what's so crazy
thing? That's what she's like. I hate the mushy inside.
But what's so crazy? She'll eat things like broccoli. That's more of an acquired taste, and okra, which is a slimier, gelatinous.
She'll only eat it fried.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of slimy inside, even when you cook it. So, but she won't eat peas and beans. I don't know if y'all eat lady peas where y'all are at, but we love lady peas, and that's some of the best ones. So, yeah.
I need some of your coffee.
You want some? She doesn't drink coffee.
I like the smell. I just don't like the taste.
Beets and lima beans are a cuss word in our house. We love okra, and we've always had years of plentiful okra. But this year, didn't have anything. It just flopped.
Sitting with Nana said, I don't like tomatoes or strawberries, but I'm growing them.
Oh my gosh.
Strawberries is like one of our favorites.
Yeah, my kids go through gallons of strawberries.
And we grow a bunch of tomatoes, but I still have to make some salsa and some spaghetti sauce.
Now I love tomatoes. I can eat tomatoes every meal. Breakfast, lunch, and supper. It doesn't matter.
How do you live without tomatoes? Colby likes to eat them on like sandwiches. I can every now and then. I really like paste and sauce and pasta sauce.
Well, everything we eat with
salsa.
Ground beef is pretty much with some kind of salsa, sauce, or tomato. So that's one reason we do grow them. We've got tons in the freezer. We actually got to figure out what to do with. So. Cherokee purples are my favorite Noah's Ark. They are absolutely so good. The only thing about Cherokee purples down here, if you don't pick them and eat them real quick,
they go bad fast.
They do. They go bad fast here. I don't know what it is.
Roll taters. I don't think I could do that.
My sister used to do that. I can't do that. So.
I love them, but I don't think I could eat them raw.
What you're saying, Bro Farms, about cherry tomatoes. We grew a little. We grew a few smaller tomatoes this year. Actually, had a big produce. I mean, a big production of small tomatoes this year. But I would rather eat the big slicers, cut up raw. I mean, I love them raw and love just eating them just with a fork. But the small tomatoes I can eat, but they seem to be a little bit more acidic to me, or either a little bit more tougher. I like a real soft tomato, a real juicy tomato, and a real seed-heavy tomato. So we would rather eat a tomato sandwich, sliced up tomato, than the small Tommy toes, things like that. It might be nighttime for him.
He had a very, very short nap today.
Ooh, United We Stand. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I could do that. Now, my sister, like I said, she used to eat them all the time, but I never could get in that. I saw someone the other day. We don't eat raw squash or raw. We eat raw cucumber, but we don't eat raw squash or raw zucchini. But I was watching someone the other day, and he was picking, like true bottleneck squash, and he was just eating it raw, and that just blew my mind. I'm thinking, it's funny how here we want to deep fry it, or we want to saute it, or we want to boil it, where they were just eating it raw. So, but here we are, we eat raw cucumber, and they just pickle theirs and ferment theirs. So I think that's cool how everybody does something so different.
But your location has a lot to do.
It does. It has a lot of.
It's amazing.
The South, we want to make our vegetables unhealthy by like frying them. So we try not to fry ours here, but we do fry okra. That's one thing we do fry. That's what. we fry squash, don't we? Sometimes. Most times we just saute it. Yeah, we just saute it.
Cook it in a pan with just a touch of
onions and potatoes.
Yeah. We saute our zucchini with squash and onions usually, like Aiden was saying.
Or I make zucchini bread. I learned how to make zucchini bread this year.
Zucchini bread is a understatement. It's really like zucchini cake. It's really sweet. It reminds you of like a banana nut cake or banana nut bread or something like that. It's really good, but it's sweet. I've never tried zucchini in the soup. That's unique. He's kind of moody tonight, so
He got a literally very short nap today. So he's pretty ears.
Yep. So I think is that it that you can think of? Just a little word. I don't know if y'all know Supper at 7. She's usually always on
Her name
our
is
live.
Terry.
Yeah. She is usually always on here. She comments on a lot of our videos, but she her sister-in-law, make sure I have this right. Her sister-in-law had a stroke, and they had to go
She's
to
35.
Texas. And 35 with 3 kids. So please remember her in your prayers. She wanted us to mention that tonight in our live because, like I said, she's always here. So y'all please pray for their families. They kind of go through that.
They're not sure the outcome. I think they're. She said that they were all at the hospital. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the prognosis is unknown. So just be praying for her and her family as they kind of walk through that. They had to kind of drive to Texas pretty quickly today to kind of be with her. So. But that's if you have not looked up her YouTube or her on Facebook, it's Supper at 7, and just a sweet family.
35 is very, very young. It's very heartbreaking.
Hey Carly, yeah. So y'all just pray for her, and like I said, thank y'all for stopping to say hello. By the way, Garden Makeover, but yeah, y'all pray for her, and then again, thank y'all so much for coming on tonight. We didn't get to do as long because I think we have one who
is ready to go to bed.
Is kind of moody and ready to go. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you have any questions on our videos, please shoot it to us. We'd love to talk about whatever the conversation needs to be at Max 8 next week. And we always get our topics based on what we have for the week. So hopefully we will not have an epic fail this next week to have that conversation. So yeah, no more hornworms. Or next time what we're going to do is use my new flamethrower on the hornworms. How about that?
Well, then I think the chickens might be mad at you.
They could be, but it might be fun for me. So, hey, God bless. Have a wonderful night. Happy homesteading, y'all.
Bye. Bye.